We in the office.
Just say it how you feel.
Facts.
Say it how you feel.
Oh! We in the office. Oh! Welcome back to Say It How You Feel. Happy holidays, everyone. Missed you guys like crazy.
Definitely miss y'all over the holidays. I hope everybody had a great holiday. I had a good holiday. What about you, bro?
Amazing. Out of this world.
Awesome, man. That's what I love to hear. And of course, y'all are back. You know, this is Say It How You Feel. I'm Mo.
I'm Say.
And if you pay attention, you know what this episode is. It's our anniversary.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, 2 years in the game. 2 years.
Yep. 2 years of rocking out, miking out, you know what I'm saying? But I love it personally. You know, this is something that I've always been very passionate about. I know this year's been a little bit different, but ain't no momentum or drive stopping, man. We just getting started, as I said last year.
Yep, just getting started. And I just love how, you know, the podcast is still consistent. We still here, you know what I'm saying? We pumping out episodes. You know, we have our little breaks that we go through, but we always come back. We always back to square one, you know, and it's so dope to come back here. You know, it's therapeutic, you know?
It is, man. It definitely is. And I know a lot. Listen, I've been seeing a lot of podcasts. There's so many podcasts these days, but I feel like with consistency and just enough time and everybody getting settled in this year, I definitely see a change. I know I said that last year, but this year's going to be different. This year, 2022 is already different, so I can only imagine 2023 with stuff moving around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and on top of that, man, like the progression that we've had in our personal lives and the tribulations that we've went through in our personal lives, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a trying year. You know, I said that 30 was going to be the best year so far, and in some aspects it has for me, but in other aspects, boy, I tell you.
Oh shit! Wait, you know what's funny, man? Your 30s was seed planting, mine was seed planting as well, and I'm telling you, 31 was this year has been the best year of my life. Of my life. I
That's
can't say
dope,
that, man.
man.
Always remember this year, man. Hands down. So just who knows, man? I feel like next year, you know, your birthday's around the corner. I feel like next year is you're really gonna start to see that the reaping what you sow. I don't
I
know.
think
It's like
so
a
too,
shift.
man. I think so too because of course I've been doing comedy when we did this anniversary last year. I was what 2 months in, 2 months into doing comedy,
Mm-hmm.
and I said that this year 2022 was going to be different. You know, once the schedule change happened, like things were gonna grow for me, and that's exactly what happened. Shit, I started comedy in October of 2021. February of 2022, I had my first paid show. You know what I'm saying? Every show I done did just about. I done had a paid show in just about every month ever since. I told
Yep.
y'all it was going to be different. And now going into
Facts.
2023, I'm booked already for the first 3 months of 2023 Like it's
That's what
like,
I'm talking about.
you know what I'm saying? So the podcast may not be where we thought it was going to go, you know, at
Mm-hmm.
this point. But that's all right because
That's
we're
all
still
right.
progressing. We're still progressing in other aspects of our life. And this is just going to be something that's when it catches on, it's going to be like a wildfire, and I'm cool with that. You know, patience is key. You know, we keep grinding, and we keep planting these seeds the way we've been doing. I know you got some huge changes coming in 2023.
What's that shit from Big Mouth? I'm going through changes,
Changes.
bro, in my life. Yo. Yeah, dude. Shit, I don't remember where to begin, man. I'm gonna be making some huge announcements in like the next 2 days to come, right before the new year, actually. Maybe on our anniversary, I'll be making some huge announcements. But yes, this year, like I said, has been I'm so blessed, man. I honestly there's nothing that I can complain about. I'm really busy these days, but it's funny how everything just magically falls into place.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think the shit was possible, to be honest with you. I know I preach it a lot, but to feel it and to see it, it's a good feeling, man. So a lot of positive things. As you guys know, like me and Andres, we're working on some shit. He's had a very amazing year too. You know what I'm saying? My boy, if you follow him, got married, did it up in fucking Colombia, man. It was amazing. And then you know, some other friends, you know, they got married too, and they've been rocking out. So this was a good year for a lot of people, you know. And for those who did maybe may have not experienced the best year, I assure you, if you are working hard and planting those seeds, you're gonna see it. I promise you. But
Yeah.
yes,
And that's the same thing I was thinking here, man. It's just, you what we say, you gotta stay down till you come up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through it to get through it. And that's been the motto for me for this year. Like I said, man, in the beginning of this year of 2022, I had hit you up like, bro, I'm fucking
yes,
I don't
yep,
know what I'm gonna do. I'm stressed. And then slowly but surely, staying down till you come up, things start to work out. And
facts,
then with the schedule change at work, that opened up my availability to do something that I love. And I feel like I'm repeating the same thing from last year. Like I'm doing things that I love, and it makes it you having passion about something makes everything else more worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Like I
absolutely,
got,
bro.
I'm going hard on the comedy thing. I'm getting more clout on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to branch out. My first two shows in January, 27th and 28th. If you are in the area, I'll be in Lancaster on the 28th, and I got another spot on the 27th. Let you know how much I pay attention to this shit. But they're both out of Harrisburg. You know what I'm saying? They're both outside of Harrisburg. So it's like I I took a step, man, and I've been trying to make moves. I'm at the Tower Ridge in McConnellsburg on the 27th, Tower Ridge Inn. So if you're in the area, swing through. But it's just I love it, man. I love the comedy grind. The comedy grind love me. Anybody that's seen me know I'm a funny motherfucker.
Hmm.
So uh
Facts.
but it's just it's been a good year, man, and it's only gonna get better. But
Yep.
instead of talking about our personals,
No, no, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
what we got going on this year for content has been we done put out
Off
some fire ass episodes, man. We really have.
facts. I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to content alone, uh, this year was really good for us. The numbers
Yeah.
may not have been as high as we expected, at least like on especially YouTube, but for the most part, content wise, we actually I think we may have even doubled what we put out last year. Or maybe not doubled, but we definitely put out more content this year.
I just feel like even if it's not more, the quality of what we put out ever since, you know what I'm saying? Ever since that our meeting when we came out to when we was out in the Poconos,
Yep,
we've been
facts.
we've been we've been putting out some fire ass content, man. What was one of your favorites from this year, if you
So,
recall?
oh hell yeah, absolutely. So, all right, my top three from this year, I'd have to say, hands down was okay. So, for this year, I think my favorite was when we did the he, she, them, Disney and the Witch, man.
Yeah, that was a
That I'm
good
gonna
one.
keep it real with you. And then if I like it's between that one and I definitely feel like the what the fuck episode is probably like another one of my favorite ones
What
for
the
this
fuck?
year. Bro. Cause I got that I'm gonna just talk about I got that soundbite from Radel Ortiz. He's like a IG comedian, man. Funny dude. He's cool with Bad Bunny. That relationship is crazy, but um that clip, bro, the way he says, "What the hey yo, what the fuck?" That shit kills me every time I hear it. And Kendrick actually used that shit this year in his album. So that was another thing. So when I heard it, I was like, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
What
I
the fuck?
kind of yeah, I sampled that shit too, man. But that's definitely like one of my top two favorite. Honestly, I think he, she, them, Disney and the Witch was good because we were giving facts, man. We were spitting facts, and it was a lot of shit that was on there. I love the fucking the thumbnail that I did for it. It's one of my favorites.
I was gonna say,
Um,
yeah, and a couple of your thumbnails this year was crazy. Just looking through here, man.
I know,
You
dude.
you put some fire ass that ain't nobody coming to save you thumbnail was with the
Yeah.
dude walking down the dark road, the
Yep.
light, but that was you put together some fire ass thumbnails, man. Me
Thanks,
time,
bro.
the me time thumbnail, that shit should be on a
Woo.
t-shirt.
That's number one. That so hands down, my favorite one is Me Time. And that shit
Yeah.
took me it didn't take me that long to make, but I love the fact that the same type of I found the same type of design and I was able to piece it together in a way where it looked seamless. So I was happy about that. Also I would then say like the one that took me like the longest, but I feel like it came out really good was Player to Provider. And that was the first thumbnail I did for the year. I love that one.
Another fire ass episode.
Mm-hmm. And then of course, say how you feel. He, she, them, Disney and the Witch was like I think that slides into like number two with Me Time number one, that one number two, and then Player to Provider, in my personal opinion, was number three.
And thumbnails, not in
in
episodes.
thumbnails. And yeah, oh, I'm bullshitting. The Price of Fame, to me, I love that fucking thumbnail too. So I think that one may be sliding into third place, maybe even second place to keep it real with you. That
Price of
Price of
Fame.
Fame thumbnail was
Oh yeah, that was fire.
is kind of smexy. I love it. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. So that would be the top three. But yeah, back to episodes though. So everybody heard my number one. Um, I gotta be real with you. I know we did this recently, but I think say yes to drugs. Just say yes to drugs, man.
That was a
Is
fun
top three
episode.
this year. Even though it was recent, it definitely I could not wait to put that episode out. Like I was itching to put that shit out. But definitely. And let me see. I think honestly the monkeys, man, and the monkeypox.
Monkeypox, that was fun
That's number
too.
three. Yep.
That was fun
That's my
too.
top three right there.
I think my top three would have to be, I liked Me Time was a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's another funny one? There's a funny one in here. Was it the morning after? Let me check this out. We was talking about being ghosted. Yeah, the morning after was a good one. Me Time, and I think the last one would be another newer one. I think
Mm.
Fighting Temptations was a good one too. And The
Fighting
Devil Was a
Temptations was
Lie.
solid.
The Devil Was a Lie was a good ass episode too, man. That's the most recent episode. If you haven't went to go check that one out, please go check this. Shit was funny as hell. We was talking about a school in where was it, Virginia,
Virginia. Yeah,
that started
Virginia.
up a after school Satan club. I know it sounds ridiculous, but dog, that was a good episode. We had a blast making that one.
Fun fact. I don't know if I told you, but I got hit up about that episode, and it's someone we know, and they were like, "Oh, please stop," and I was like, "Tell me you haven't watched the episode without telling me you haven't watched the episode," and I was like, "If you listen to the episode, we are literally talking about how we're actually in support of it, or it makes sense." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And they were like, "Oh shit, I thought you guys were like, trying to say that it was a bad idea." And I was like, no, not at all. But thank you for exposing yourself. you,
uh,
for not listening. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to it now. I was like, okay, no problem. And then we got some good feedback on that one actually. I got a lot of good feedback about that episode. Like people were saying that they were curious or they wanted to know more about it. And yeah, so that was definitely bussing. That one was bussing. It was hitting.
bussing.
Bussing. you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But
but it's
yeah,
been and I love the conspiracy series. I want to that's
yes.
one thing in 2023 that I definitely want to do more of is the conspiracy theories because that's a fun one going in there and just talking about different shit.
One thing about the conspiracy series that I absolutely love is that I know like the way we have our stuff structured is kind of like weird, and I'm thinking maybe in the near future we'll probably like restructure it when we have some time or we can actually talk about it. But I know when it comes to the conspiracy series, it's like the reason we even went with the route of like separating it from our normal content is because that rabbit hole goes so deep. You know what I'm
So
saying?
deep, and there's so many
So deep.
branches to it. So many
So many.
branches to it. It's like I know you've seen that picture of the iceberg. you
Yes.
know as
That's
it's
the
so many
conspiracy series.
exactly, it's so many conspiracies, and like we're just at the tip of the iceberg, just what you see. It's going to get a lot deeper. It's going to get a
It
lot
is.
deeper. So speaking of it's going to get, what are some plans that you got for 2023, whether it's personal or in terms of the actual podcast?
So in terms of the podcast, man, I'm gonna let everybody know we're gonna go back to visuals. We're gonna go back to visuals. We're gonna hit the visuals strong. With a lot of the changes that are going on, I think it'd be a lot more feasible. In terms of like doing like another director's episode, like where we're all in the same room, that may
Hmm.
have to wait just a little bit longer. Or if you do have shows out this way, then we can definitely set something up. But I definitely do believe that in the near future we're gonna be doing visuals. Hopefully, honestly, within the next 2 weeks, once everything gets set up the way it needs to,
Hmm.
I think we could. It's possible, man. We could start doing that.
I'm
Just jump
definitely
right
down
into it.
for it, man. I'm definitely down for it. And in terms of, me being out there, the reality of me doing a show out in New York becomes more and more of a reality. Damn near every time I step on stage, with every booking I get, it's like I'm getting closer and closer to going north. So
That's
um
right.
it's definitely I feel like that's definitely gonna happen here in 2023. Actually, that's one of my goals for 2023. My personal goals, of that's three spots that I gotta hit. I want to do comedy in Baltimore. I want to do comedy in New York, and I want to do comedy in DC. You know, those are three spots that I really want to touch a mic in, and Philly, you know, but I want to touch the tri-state area a little bit more, and I'm going to because I'm starting to get, like I said, the cloud is coming up, and in
Hmm.
terms of the podcast, man, one thing that you know we gotta get back to the visuals, gotta get, especially if we're gonna be keep putting episodes out on YouTube. If people want to see us, you know, we got to give the people what they want, you know.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. Yo, I
that's one
always
thing
used to say
about
that shit.
that's one thing about the first season, man, is like seeing our reactions to what we're saying is like
It makes it
it,
better. It does.
it adds a whole different aspect to what we got going on. So, um, yeah, definitely, man, definitely big plans, big hopes, big dreams, man. We com- keep moving forward, and also, you know, getting this podcast a little bit more recognition, man. You know what I'm saying, getting more people to see it, and getting more eyes to it, more ears to it. You know,
Hell
because
yeah.
all of this fire ass content is just going to fucking 30 people. Like, bitch, hell no. We
And
need
well, 30 people on YouTube. 30 people on YouTube.
yeah,
Because I
30 people on
noticed like
YouTube.
our numbers, don't get it twisted. Like our numbers are a lot more higher on other platforms. But because we have it, the way we have it disseminated, many people feel like, if, from a marketing standpoint, that it's more difficult. No doubt about that. It's way more difficult the way we're doing it. However, because of who we are, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because of you and what you're doing, and me and what I'm doing, I like you said, it's gonna happen where it's gonna be like wildfire, bro. It's
Yeah.
just gonna pop one day, and then
Once
and
it
we're really
catches,
gonna be
it's gonna
like,
be yeah.
it's it. It's gonna be hard to stop, and that is when things are gonna be in our favor. But we have patience, we have time, so we're not worried about that. Some people, all they think about is trying to. It's like these people that all they think about is going viral.
Mm-hmm.
I never had that thought or memory, or I never had that intention at all. My intention was to put the content out, do my best at trying to put it together, and I think I do the best that I can to put it together, and I do a pretty damn good job if you think about it. And that's it, man. And then we're gonna move from there. So when it comes to this shit, man, it's all about time, and like you always say, nothing happens before it's time. You know, you got to go through to get through. So I'm playing the long game. I'm thinking ahead. So I'm not worried about forcing something or just overworking it, or I'm saying, like, you got to see us everywhere. I'm just like, look, based on what we're doing in life, it's definitely going to bleed into the podcast. And I honestly do believe that there's going to come a point in time where we may be charging niggas to listen to us.
Sheesh. Talk your
And
shit, say.
I'm being honest, man. Listen, with you got to think about you doing stand up, bro, and me slowly working my way into the industry. If people want that kind of access to us, if they're not here now, man, I feel horrible for when they're gonna have to pay to listen to us, or they got to do some type of subscription to pay to just to listen to us. And we are being like, I am gonna submit us for this festival, and we'll talk more about that at a later date. But trust me, once I get settled in, bro, I promise you, first thing I'm gonna do is put together a body of some of our work, and then we're being submitted for a festival. So if we hit that festival, man, it's gonna be another opportunity for us to shine.
Absolutely. And so
So
I just hopped into the analytics. I just wanted to come just check it out. Just, you know, just to see what the fuck we got
mm-hmm,
going on here. And the our biggest hit in the analytics for this year
mm-hmm,
was the devil's hashtag. It's been 302 days since that was released,
mm-hmm.
and it had 112 total downloads. So motherfuckers really fuck with that episode.
I think it was
Um,
because they like the fucking they
like
like
it
the
was the
thumbnail.
thumbnail. Is that what it
Fucking
was?
perverts, fucking perverts. That's all you're thinking about is the thumbnail. You put some ass and titties on anything, and niggas like, ooh,
Ooh, titties.
for real. Y'all some perverts, man. I see
Yeah,
it.
man.
I see it. Motherfuckers over here. Oh man, I'm telling you, bro. Ass and titties sell. Sex sells, guys. If you have not realized, that was actually one of our episodes too. Sex sells, because it does. I don't care who you are, man. It sells.
It
It's
does
so
always.
marketable. Always.
I seen some shit. This is completely off topic, but I seen some shit about D'Angelo today, and how like that Untitled. How does it feel? How that completely traumatized him.
What?
Like, yeah, because you know, he put that video out where he was butt ass naked, you know, singing this fucking song. And as an artist, you know, when you are, you know, performing, you're doing your thing, you want people to be there for your art, not to be there for, you know, your body, you know. And he's fucking doing, He's doing his show, and women is trying to snatch his shirt off. They had to cut fucking slits in the back of his shirt so it could easily rip, because if not, it would be getting choked by these hoes trying to take his shirt off. So
Oh
he's
my
doing his
God.
set. He's doing his set. He's singing, and it started with like 30 women, like, take it off, take it off. And then it turned into 80 women, and then 150, and then it's like everybody is screaming for this man to take his clothes off while he's trying to perform. And he has went from, just being an artist to being a real
A
sex
sex symbol.
symbol.
Yep.
And he did not like that shit. It fucked with his mind, you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
Is he married?
So, I don't fucking know. I just
Oh,
seen that clip.
'cause I can
But
imagine he's married
still,
and he doing that shit. I know, man.
yeah,
Give the people what they want, huh?
yeah, I guess so.
Unless it's to sexualize you on stage.
Yeah. It's like,
But
as an
yeah,
artist, man, you don't want anybody, taking your art and taking away from the weight of it, you know?
yeah. No, I 100% understand and agree, man. It kind of devalues the music, you know. People
Mm-hmm.
going there for other shit. If you want to listen, if you want a strip show, go to a strip club. That's it.
Bitch,
Yeah,
St.
easy there.
Chippendales.
Facts. That's
Uh,
it. That's so we handle
I,
that.
I would say another hit that I see here as "What's God to a Non-Believer." That one did some numbers. That was another fan
Mm,
favorite. It looks like.
okay,
Yeah,
nice.
so
That was a good episode too, man.
it was, man. We had some really deep episodes, man. We had some, like I said, as far as content this year, we put out some fire ass content, man. We really did. We put out some
Facts.
fire ass content. A lot of good fucking episodes. A lot of fun episodes. You know.
Yep. So there's something I didn't want to talk about too, besides like we listed our top three, we listed some of our favorite thumbnails, but there's something that I did get approached about, and it's one of our like avid listeners. He stated, he was like, listen, man, I would love to hear like about you guys talk about like your thought process on how you guys work, like how you guys come up with these ideas. And I know we mentioned it last year. I can't tell you which episode, but I know we did. But I want to put a little more emphasis on it. So the way that me and you come up with this shit is honestly is a conversation, bro.
Yeah, that's the way
Which is
everything starts with us, though. You know, like
it's
that's
true.
the
It's just a conversation.
yeah,
And then we start going on a rabbit hole. We start bouncing shit off each other. And then 9 out of 10 times you're like, all right, let's just save it for the episode. I don't want to hear no more because I want a genuine shocked reaction. I want a
exactly.
genuine everything with us is like for the most part, 9 out of 10 times, whenever you hear us talking about some shit, this is our genuine actual conversation about the topic, minus the research that we do. We don't talk about nothing on the show beforehand and then say, hey, we're gonna go on and say this. Nah, we say how we feel when we say it. And that's kind of how that shit plays out. But yeah, when it comes to our creative process in that aspect of coming up with content and how do we stay in the loop and all this other stuff, social media plays a part, and then life experience, and then just simply bouncing shit off each other. Like, yo, does that make sense to you, or
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about this? Because honestly, there's been many times where we have persuaded each other on different things, even though that's not
Yeah,
our goal. But that's how that shit works, you know?
but that also ties into, oh, here we go, about to get deep. As a society, you know what I'm saying, as Americans, it's people don't want to have a conversation, man. People are so stuck and ready to die on their hill and not taking new information and change opinion, with new information. And that's one thing that I really love about the dynamic between me and you, is that we do agree on a lot of shit, but there are some things we don't.
Facts.
There are some things that we don't. And we can both uh have a real conversation, take in information, and also objectively look at things. And like,
Form a new opinion, formulate a new
exactly,
opinion.
take that new information and make it into a new, and take that and make a new opinion.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's all a process, man.
I will say this though, and it's very sad because it happens so often, bro. It happens in honestly, if you think about it, it happens in marriages, it happens in friendships, it happens in all types of relationships. But like you just said, not to beat the dead horse, but like a lot of people, man, it's like this is it. I'm not changing my opinion, and if you don't agree with it, fuck you. And
You're
that's not the way
wrong.
like
No,
life is.
if you don't agree with it, you're wrong. And it's like,
That too.
that's that's not really how that works, dude. Like,
It's not. It really is not. And I see it, like you said, we see all the time. And it's like, honestly, if people would just give it, like, it's okay to have half the story and formulate an opinion with just that half the story. But if you get the slightest information, bro, like, okay, well, this person said this first before this other person spazzed, or whatever the case may be, it changes everything. And I feel like that's what we do on the show. But that shit don't happen in real life. It
Yeah.
does not happen in real life. And it's disgusting. But hey, it is what it is, right?
But that's really our process, man. Is it all starts from a conversation. It starts from an idea. One of us will have an idea, or it'll be so what we gonna do next week? And it's like, all right, well, let's just check some things out. It's a lot of sending each other videos on Instagram. Have you seen this? Bro, what the fuck? We got to talk about this. That whole the Satan Club thing, that shit all started from Say seen something and was like, dog, like I think we would get a kick out of this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So the process is just it's all about teamwork, man. It's all about teamwork. Trusting in your partner, you know what I'm saying? Trusting the person that you're dealing with, and y'all making it work, you know. Fuck it. We here. So let's rip. It's been so many times where we be like, all right, well, I guess I guess this is
Yes.
how we're gonna do this today, you know?
And I mean, yo, honestly, sometimes we walk in and we're just like, okay,
What the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna
yeah.
talk about?
And it's kind of funny too that you bring that up because honestly, I feel like we usually 9 out of 10 times we record one shot. It's one shot, one kill. Like we're in there, we're out, right?
Yeah,
But I've noticed this is like we have to warm up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we do a warm up, after that first 30 minutes is gone, the next 30 minutes that comes out of us, pause, is
fire.
fucking yeah, exactly. Hands
Yeah,
down. It's because we just gotta, it's like you gotta get into the groove, you gotta get into the rhythm of shit. So it depends what kind of movie you're in, man. It
yeah,
really does.
yeah.
Drinking does help sometimes.
And I was
So
gonna
does
say,
coffee.
and one thing that really that I love about it is the momentum and feeding off of each other. You know, if one of us comes
Facts.
in hot, you know, then it's like the other one. It's like you got to match my level, or I got to match your level. Like if you're coming in super motivated, like all right, we here, like it's game time. You know, you can't slack. So
That's right.
it's feeding off of each other. You know, and like I said, man, just trusting in your partner, man. We got a lot of history, bro. We got a lot of history, and I said it on what episode was it? It was right after the 4th of July. Um, I said, you know, there's nobody I would rather go into a fight with, you know what I'm saying, over you. You my
Yeah.
dog, man. I know for a fact that if we going in this motherfucker, we gonna make it out, you know. And
Facts.
I fucking love that shit. And that's how the same way I feel about the podcast, man. It's us going into this together. I know we started with 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, bro, you know, he got his own thing going on. You know, he got a lot of shit that he got to deal with. You know, that's one thing also I'm looking forward to in 2023 is not bringing him back completely, but definitely having him come back just to chop it up with us. You know what I'm saying? For at least once or twice. You know, if time
Yeah.
permits. But you know, having somebody that you know got your back, man, it makes it so much easier to say, all right, well, we in this shit together, man. It's me and you, dog. We however this shit turn out is how it turned out, but we go rock out regardless, you know.
Facts. And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And that's why we're still here to this day. That's why
That's
we're
why
still
we still
pushing.
here.
That's it. I think honestly, I think that's why we are kind of moving through life the way we are. It's because we actually have kind of have each other to like, yo, listen, this is what we're doing. This is how we pushing, and we bounce it off each other in real life and on the show. And that's really what's keeping us moving, man, keeping these gears turning, not becoming
Facts,
stagnant
man.
and complacent and fat and lazy.
And having somebody in your corner that's gonna keep it real with you, bro. I feel like one of the biggest things for people nowadays is they don't want to hear shit that they don't want to hear, you know.
That's right.
And when you got a real one on your team that's not a yes man that's gonna keep it a stack with you, like nigga, I think that is a horrible fucking idea. That
Mm-hmm.
shit is that you can't pay for that. You know what I'm saying? It's priceless to have that type of honesty out
Yep.
of somebody, you know, because everybody is always a people pleaser. You know, you don't want to get the other person upset, but part of real relationships, you know what I'm saying, pause, is that, you know what I'm saying, like, niggas, sometimes people gonna get upset, sometimes feelings are gonna get hurt, but at the end of the day, niggas, all love. It don't never come from a place of being malicious, you know what I'm saying? It's always for
Right.
in best interest, you know.
That's true.
So,
And
you know,
most people could weed that shit out.
your circle makes you know what I'm saying? You are with the people that you're around, it it definitely has a benefit. I mean, an influence on you. You know, the
Facts.
company you keep.
Facts. 100%.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to some more fire content though. I just came up with an idea just right then as I was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? The
Write that
company
bad boy
you
down.
keep. Yeah, I'm about to, let me go ahead and write this shit down. But
Yep.
yeah, man, and that's the process. You know, we'll be having a conversation and it'd be like, wow, that's a fucking fire ass. That's a great topic. We should touch on that
Yep.
on the show.
Another thing too, um, I do get oftentimes like, yo, I want to start a podcast. I want to do it. And honestly, man, I tell everybody the same shit. I will help you as I will give you all the tools. I will help you. I will lead you down the path. I will do everything but do it for you. Right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And I know pretty soon here Mo's gonna be getting on his shit too, on some editing skills. So
I
you
done
got to have two
downloaded it, bro.
motherfuckers.
I sat
Whew.
down. I've been looking at the program. I got everything downloaded. It's just a matter of just hopping into it. But I got
Bet.
everything here. So you gave me all the tools, brother.
Yep.
What did Jesus say? You could give a man a fish, but he'll
He
eat for a
say,
day.
yep. Oh, you teach it.
But
I
if
don't
you
know if that was Jesus, but
somebody, I said, what did Jesus say?
that was not Jesus. Nigga said that was Jesus. Why? Because he turned he gave oh my god. I can't believe you said Jesus, bro. That wasn't Jesus, man. But
What
it's
did
you
my
could
Lord and Savior say? He said, and I quote in Real Niggians 15, chapter 8, if you
yo,
give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. Shout out to
oh my
Jesus
god.
for these
You,
quotables.
you fucking crazy, dude. Jesus, like, nigga, I didn't say that directly.
Ah,
Yo, oh my
that's
goodness,
funny
bro.
as fuck. My bad.
Oh man, no, it's all good. It'd be funny if somebody corrects me, like, nah, Jesus did say that. I'm like, what? But
Jesus
yeah,
definitely said that.
I don't know, man. That don't sound like Jesus at all. Because it go. I'm not even gonna go on that rabbit hole. I was about to say
Yeah,
he
don't even
just
go down there.
yeah didn't he make fish and bread and wine? Like
uh,
that's going the opposite of what he says. But we're not doing that today.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
listen,
that's really what it
yeah,
is, man. Is you give somebody the tools, like you said. You give everybody, you give them the tools, you give them the recipe. God damn it, it's
that's
just
right.
up to you to execute. You know,
That's right. And most people, I'm sorry, 9 out of 10 times, they're not gonna be
they won't.
committed. No, they won't. Unless they're I'm gonna tell you, when someone's really dedicated, you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? You feel it. I've had people tell me I'm gonna be this when I grow up. And I look at them like, you full of shit. And then there's other people who would tell me, like, yo, listen, like I'm doing this. I'm gonna be a rapper. And I'll look at them and I'm like, yo, this kid, he has that gift, that drive, that motivation. It's kind of like the military in a way, like you have to prove yourself everywhere you go.
Facts.
And there will be a time where you don't have to prove yourself no more. And that is your rank, right? You start wearing that on your collar. But up until that point, man, there's a time in the military or just anywhere you go where you have to continuously prove yourself. And then there'll be a time where you don't, man. Your name and what your body of work will speak for itself. But
And
until that day, you gotta drive, you gotta
I
push.
and I feel like I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Not you good, bro.
where people get the game twisted is they think that just because they have that body of work and all of that, that they don't have to grind no more. That's one
Mm-hmm.
reason why I fucks with Kevin Hart. I really do, man. Because no matter how big Kevin Hart is, that grind don't stop. He stay busy, he stay moving, he stay working, and he's staying consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest lessons that I take away from him is no matter how much clout your name has, you still got to get out here and it's like you got to stay hungry.
That's
You
right.
gotta keep showing up because then if you don't, that's when you plateau. You get complacent. That's when you fall off, and that's when you get knocked off your spot.
Facts. And right now in the comedy world, ain't nobody topping him when it comes to numbers, when it comes to sold out shows, when it comes to any type of he's making so much money, man. And that's because he's been consistent.
Yeah,
Consistent. Almost over
exactly.
20 years now, too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something like that. It's been a while.
Almost 20 years, yeah. Since early 1990s, I know he's been grinding. But yeah, man. So that's our TED talk for today.
Yeah, that's our
But
TED Talk
yeah,
for today. Again, it's our anniversary. So if
that's right.
I wish I would have planned this a little bit better. I'll say, bro, let's go ahead and pour up real quick. Let's take this shot. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? In honor of said how you feel. Salute to you,
Cheers.
my brother. Salute to all of our listeners, our fans, our supporters. We fucks with y'all. We love y'all.
Facts.
We still moving forward. Y'all still here, and it's things are only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. So again, we
That's right.
appreciate y'all, man. Happy anniversary to us. God damn
Happy
it.
anniversary,
two
bro.
years in the game, brother.
That's right. Shit. Let's see how many
All off
more
a
we got.
conversation. Yep. To the second of many, my brother.
That's right. Amen. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. Salud.
Well, with that, we're gonna be wrapping up, guys. Like most said, we appreciate you guys so much. Without you guys, we wouldn't have the show. And please stay tuned for some more fire ass content. I can't say next week because who the fuck knows what's gonna happen, but it's
But
coming.
soon, yeah, keep
But
your
soon.
eyes open. Keep turn them notifications on. I know
That's
most of
right.
y'all already got them on. Y'all might have got a notification while we was recording this because I went in to go check some analytics and I'm like, oh, this episode didn't publish. Let me go ahead and hit this button.
Oh
But
shit.
yeah,
Oh my
but
god.
yeah, hey, that's
Oh my god.
the life of being busy. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for more from us and our personal lives, more announcements from us. Be on the lookout, for more dates for me, coming to areas near wherever you at. Cause best believe
Facts.
if you on the East Coast, specifically in the tri-state area, I want to give everybody, all 30 of y'all, a chance to fucking a chance to see me live. So we appreciate y'all again, man. This was Say It How You Feel. I'm Mo.
I'm say.
And again, thank you guys. It's our anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Much love.